Hey, what's going on, everybody? Good evening to you. Uh, Lingo is here. You know what I'm saying? Started out as an idea in my head in 2017, has now blossomed into a beautiful flower called Lingo, the podcast. That thing is official. It's brought to you by the wonderful people over at Anchor. You know what I'm saying? If you're looking to get your podcast off the ground, I strongly suggest that that's where you go. You know what I'm saying? Anchor is great for streamlining the podcast recording process. It's free. That's an excellent bonus. And on top of that, it gives you the opportunity to facilitate your podcast to where it's serviced on many streaming platforms such as Spotify and others. So if you try to get your podcast off the ground, start with Anchor. Lingo did. Now, tonight's first episode is called All Black Everything. Um, and that's not just a plug on that's not a plug at all, I should say. It's the temperature of what's going on in our communities, what's going on all around us, the emphasis on everything in life all over the world right now is on black people. Where it needs to be, where it's supposed to be, where it belongs, in my personal opinion. Um, me and this good brother of mine, Mr. Byron Moten, over at MoSportsTalk, we just gonna kick back this evening and just check in with each other's brothers, man. Demo, first of all, good evening to you, my friend. How's everything going? You good?
Oh yeah, I'm good, man. Weekend was cool. Typical Monday, of course. Work, helping the kids with school work. You know what I'm saying? All that. Got to hit it again in the morning. Don't want to go, but at the same time, hey, we got to get these bills paid until most sports talk and lingo can be making that bread. You know what I'm saying? So that's the goal, to get wealthy. Don't have to work for corporate America no more. So we getting there. We're going to get there, man, slowly but surely. But other than that, man, I'm good, man. You know what I'm saying? Just ready to get things going, trying to stay positive in this world. So much stuff is going on in 2020. I'm so already ready for next year to go ahead and pop off. But, we got a few more months to go, man. And once these months are done, we can most definitely say, the new year is upon us. So we can just have a brand new, fresh beginnings of everything. Because this year right here, I can't take it.
Yeah, this is a lot of people have had these things that you would consider a rough year. Wasn't nothing tender about this motherfucker. I'm talking about we kicked the year off fucked up. I'm talking about as soon as we staggered into 2020, we lost the black mama.
Yeah, that's tough, man. And what's so crazy about that was I was actually covering a game. Well, it was like the Texas Legends game. That's a G League team.
Yeah.
And me and my intern was there, and I just started just getting like crazy text messages. Like, man, Kobe Bryant passed. You know me, I don't like to play with death like that. Right. I don't like rumors. I don't like bullshit like that. So, don't text my phone with nothing like that. So I'm already on edge. So sure enough, you know what I'm saying, everybody there at the Legends game, they called everybody to the media room and they, let everybody know. They didn't let the players know because they already, like, some of the players have played, with Kobe, know Kobe already personally. So they called everybody into the media room upstairs, and they gave us the news. Dale Harris, former coach of the Lakers. He also coached the Texas Legends. Spud Webb was there. He's like part owner of the Texas Legends. And also with Jason Terry, who's also like vice president, a part of the Legends. He was actually going to the Mamba Academy because they all had a tournament.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I remember that.
Yeah, so they, he was on the phone also as well, on speakerphone. So, like, it's crazy how, you just find out like that. I didn't want to find out through social media at all. But finding out while working, working the game, it was tough. And, of course, when the game was over, because at the game, they let the players go on the floor and sign autographs. To autographs to the fans. And also the media, that's the only time you can do post-game or even talk to the players. They don't let you in the locker rooms out there in Frisco at all.
Right.
And so, of course, you get the news about it. And, a lot of players, they kind of broke down. It's kind of tough for me. Like, I didn't ask them nothing about Kobe at all. Because I feel like, to me, that would be disrespectful to just lay that news on them like that right after you just finished a basketball game. And, emotions are already running high. But, of course, these media people don't give a shit about nobody. So they, right off the bat, like, why are you signing autographs to kids? You just don't got a phone in their face, microphone in their face. Hey, Kobe Bryant just passed. Hey, how you feel about Kobe Bryant passing? So, of course, you getting that reaction. They looking like, what the fuck? Like, why would you even do that at this time of need? You could have waited till they got to the locker room. Like, I don't want to do no interviews at all. But that right there, man, it's still tough to me. Besides MJ, man, that's one of the best shooting guards ever that I ever witnessed play. Even towards the fact of like the generation that we grew up in right after Jordan, like that's all you hear, like nothing but Kobe, man. Like this guy was incredible. Met him twice before. Of course, me covering the Mavericks games, and the first time, bro, I didn't know what the fuck to do. Like he walked up to us, hey, how's it going? Like we all froze up. We didn't know what the fuck to do. Like at all, we froze up. But the second time, we shook his hand. But he's full of life. Very, everything that they said about him is very true, man. Very heartwarming, very, very good. Low-key jokester, by the way. He's very funny. Legendary guy, man. Just to see how that happened and hear about it happen with him and Gigi, prayers are still up for Kobe Bryant and his family. And like I said, man, January already started off bad, and like the Mamba lives on, man. Like to me, how I feel as a fan of his and basketball in general, I still don't think he's gone. I still don't. I think he's still here. I don't even think like the helicopter crash never happened. Like that's how I feel about it. I still feel like it's a hoax, but it's still kind of hard to let go.
Man, whether it's Kobe Bryant, whether it's Pop Smoke, whether it's Pimp C, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, it seems like we always lose to these great people before their time.
That's how I feel about it too. It feel like all of these great people that we have seen on TV or seen in person, it feels like we're losing them at their primes. Because a lot of the names that you have named already, it feel like they was ahead of their time already, or it was already going down as a great, especially how it was for Pimp C with me, because I feel like him being so underrated as a producer, also as a rapper, the most charismatic guy I ever seen. You know what I'm saying? Besides what he says and his antics, but it will not be a UGK without him. And just imagine how much Bun has continued on, while he's up there, watching down on him. Like it's something amazing to me, because I feel like I wouldn't rap a word anymore. Like if I lose my brother like that, man, like I wouldn't do anything. But just by acknowledging Pimp C while he's here, still hearing the music, like the music still sounds like it's new, every single day, just by him talking, what I'm saying, what I'm saying, like it brings a lot of raw emotion and just like recognizing how great they were while they're here. But I just hate the fact of all these like actors and actresses and artists, athletes, musicians. I really hate the fact that their value goes up when they pass away. And like that bothers me a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? It feel like y'all could have did all this while they was here. Maybe they have, maybe they haven't. But I feel like all this attention and then being recognized to the highest degree should have been happening while they was here. It shouldn't have to take anybody to just pass away to put them up on top of a totem pole. It shouldn't be like that at all. Not at all. I mean, Chadwick Boseman, passing away, like,
man.
Oh my goodness, man. I mean, that was out of nowhere.
That steamrolled the world, man. I'm talking about nobody. Nobody saw that coming. It was like you grabbed your fucking phone and it was there. And there was nothing you could do about it. You know what I'm saying? It was the real. Like you really opened your phone and it said Chadwick Boseman is gone. And it's
that was just so random, man. Like that was so random, just out of nowhere. This man battled cancer for 4 years, man.
And nobody knew a damn thing.
Nobody knew about it. He filmed Black Panther, Marshall, The Five Bloods, 21 Bridges. Yeah, all that while having colon cancer.
Infinity War.
You know what I'm saying? Oh my goodness. Yeah, it is, of course.
Endgame. Come on, man.
Dude put out like quality movies through that 4-year span.
Working hard.
And I saw a picture of him where his face was like super skinny. And to me, in my mind, I only thought two things. One, this must be for a movie role. And two, he must don't feel good. And I was hoping that it wasn't number two. I really didn't. But, I'm glad that he did keep it private. He didn't want to post anything on social media. He didn't want to feel no sympathy, say anything like that. And I totally understand. Keep stuff like that private, because now, like right now, I have all the appreciation for him even more. Like you film these great movies while having cancer, going through chemotherapy, knowing how rough it was just to film those movies, because it takes like 5, 6, 7, 8 months to film movies at a time.
Yeah.
So imagine, getting up, working 20, 21 hours a day filming, doing countless interviews, then going home to your wife and your kids, or going back to the hospital for chemo, day in and day out, man, pushing. Going to Harvard to make speeches, going to these award shows, and making speeches and gaining awards. So that makes me appreciate, Chadwick even more. I mean, like, ever since I saw him, in Lincoln Heights, that's when I first noticed him. And then just going to that transition of like the biopic movies that he made, 42, Get On Up with James Brown, what I'm saying? And the transition to just being connected with Marvel and just going towards, Black Panther, both Avengers movies, and continuing on his movie career until he passed, man, like, that just goes to show you, man, this dude went through cancer and got it done. So there is no excuse for us not to get up and go out there and do what we need to do, man. So
none, absolutely, bro. Because I look at, man, not to even compare this to what Chadwick Boseman was going through. Lingo almost didn't happen this week. I suffer with type 2 diabetes. And the past 2 to 3 weeks has not has been the easiest. I'm going to the bathroom all day long. My blood sugar has exceeded 450 several times in the past week. I was at stroke level last Friday. Thank God for the people at Presbyterian Plano for getting me together and trying to get me back in the right direction. But I almost said, you know what? I'm gonna focus on my health, man. Fuck it. LINGO will happen when it happens. Then I look at Chadwick Boseman, you know what I'm saying? I look at Kobe. If these men had breath in their body today, they will be pushing for whatever it is that they can be pushing for this day.
True. It's true.
So I say that to say, even in the seconds that you don't feel like it, get off your ass and fight. I think that's the biggest message that Kobe and Chad and Coach Thompson, you know what I'm talking about. If they haven't taught us nothing else, get off your ass and fucking fight, man. Get in the ring and give it all you got.
This is true.
If you,
and John Thompson went cropped up on us too. Man.
I'm talking about, man, loved AI, didn't
he? Man.
Did he love the hell out of AI, man?
John Thompson saved Allen Iverson.
Man.
He literally saved this man from failure. You know, got him out of Newport News, man, because
saved him from himself.
Yeah, exactly. Saved him from himself. Because that whole bowling alley incident, like, after that happened, like AI said in his Hall of Fame speech, man, nobody wanted me. No D1 schools wanted him. No school wanted to deal with him. John Thompson was the only guy that went to recruit him, talked to his mom, talked to him, and gave him a chance of a lifetime. The only guy to do that. The only guy, man. And seeing how emotional AI was, talking about John Thompson, how much work he put in for John Thompson while he was Georgetown. I mean, not only him, but, you know, you have Patrick Ewings of the world, Kembe Mutombos of the world. You know what I'm saying? Showing their love and appreciation for John Thompson and, like, seeing what he did throughout his whole career. You know what I'm saying? Georgetown in the 80s was, like, the shit. You know, they even won a title in the mid-'80s. You know, like, they was making the Final Fours like it was nothing. The championship was like it was nothing. And also, nobody even knew John Thompson got two titles with the Celtics. You know what I'm saying? So his resume is off the charts. You know what I'm saying? Him, those glasses, that signature towel. You know what that towel is. You know, we gotta have a towel on us. You know what I'm saying?
That's
You know what I'm saying? And truly a heart of gold, man. Like, you know, once again, man, these deaths in 2020 is really killing me, man, because you just sit around and just seeing just greatness pass away like that. But you never want to see them gone. You never do. Because they feel like they have so much in the world that they want to keep on going and keep doing. But, you know, death is a part of life, and it is what it is. But, you know, rest in peace also John Thompson as well.
Yeah, man. Now, Chad, Coach Thompson, Kobe, those were instances where it was unpredictable. That was God intervened on the lives of these three beautiful souls. Unfortunately. But the death that's happening that we actually can fucking control with these police officers, man. Um, as a black man, I'm in a very, very compromising position. I was raised to believe that murder is wrong. Now I feel differently because apparently we now live in a world where, because of the color of my skin, I'm not guaranteed to make it back to my house. But because this police officer with a badge and authority, he can wake up and make decisions on people's lives that look just like you and me every single day. I'm talking about they can just wake up and say, you know what, one of these niggas is going
That's exactly how they're thinking, and it's
to get
tough.
erased off the earth day.
It's tough, man. It's like same thing with you. I'm growing up thinking murder is wrong. I mean, even countless times, me feeling like I want to be a police officer when I grow up. You know what I'm saying? Like saying that while you're a kid in school, but the more that you grow up, the more that you realize everything that's going on, being a police officer is the least thing that I want to do. And it's sad because you even scared to even call the police because you feel like, just like you said, they could wake up in the morning and be like, I'm just finna have this personal vendetta on any black person right now. I don't care who I pull over. I don't care what they did or not. Even towards the fact of, it's not even the police officers on the street. It's even on the inside where they can still control your destiny. As far as like, you got the police officers with body cams. They can turn those body cams off. They can edit those videos. Mm-hmm. So it's like it's so much stuff with the police department. Like my dad always told me, the police is the biggest game, and it shows every single day.
The most dangerous one.
And it's sad when like you see a police officer in the street, or just seeing one get behind you, or just driving by one, or just seeing a car, you cringe. Because you never know what's gonna happen. I had these conversations with my kids almost all the time, man. They always ask me, Dad, are you gonna be okay? How do I feel like calling the police when something happens? Because now at the point was like, now you gotta protect your own family, not even from like these bad people out here, but especially now from the police. And it shouldn't even be that way. Police supposed to protect and serve. You should like, there shouldn't even be no second thoughts now with even calling the police when something happens. Because now but now when it comes to it, it's like, dang, should I even call the police or should I just handle it on my own? Because you never know what that phone call is going to lead to when they show up. Or now, like, police are just doing whatever they want to do out here in the open. And with the world of social media, which that helps, that's one thing that's been pissing me off too, Mike. If you seeing all this wrongdoing, stop fucking recording. Stop recording it and fucking do something. You seeing this is wrong. You know what I'm saying? Don't record it. Don't record, hey, this is going on. Don't go live. Help him. Help her. You know what I'm saying? If you want to sit up here and riot, you want to sit up here and be, protest and be against the police, so for all this stuff to stop doing, all this stuff that's going on, go out there and fucking help them, man. Plenty of times that I've been seeing stuff like this, you see like 25, 30 people in a circle, all with their phones out. And it's maybe like one or two police officers doing what they're doing wrong against one black guy laying down, or he's quote unquote not complying, or he's resisting arrest. You're not doing anything about it. You just sitting there and just watch the shit. But oh, lo and behold, these social media activists, oh, I would have did this, and oh, we need to do something about this. No, you was there. Why the fuck you ain't do anything while you was there? Only thing that you did was record on your phone. That's it. That's not enough to me. And the way I feel, Mike, about all this shit, all these ends of people dying and stuff like that. To me, jail ain't the answer. It's not the answer. And we've seen those results. You take them to trial and they get off and they get in probation, pay a fine, they just getting fired or administrative leave and stuff like that. To me, that shit ain't enough. You taking a life. You taking somebody's father away, somebody's mother away. You know what I'm saying? Best friend, whatever. You taking their lives away from these people.
And you basically get paid to go home. I could L, but y'all are shooting me 21 times for a blunt I ain't even lit yet. You motherfuckers out of here. So, you know what I'm saying? It all boils down to fear at the end of the day. Let's just call it for what it is. You've walked around at Walmart before. Have you experienced turning down the aisle and seeing white women clutch their purse when you walk past them?
Yep.
Like woman, are you serious?
Why is that even on your mind?
Exactly.
Why?
It's like hell. For my shoes alone, my outfit is over $100. I really don't need to steal anything from you.
Not at all. And you know what? The ones that's clutching their purses be the first motherfucker to steal out of Walmart.
Absolutely.
With a purse full of shit that they stole from Walmart. But you want to clutch your purse when I'm walking down the aisle, but you amazingly make a U-turn and walk to the next aisle until I leave the aisle. Ain't nobody fucking thinking about you. I'm there to get my shit and get the fuck out. I don't like Walmart. First of all, I don't like Walmart at all. I don't like Walmart at all. I'm in and out that motherfucker all the time. Second of all, even with like the employees there or just anything of that nature, anything inside of Walmart, it's like the people that are racist that's out, that used to be like that back in the days, it's all in corporate America now. Because you'll see, you know, a white person tell their black co-workers, hey, you need to do this, go do this for me. I'd have been through that shit before. It's all in corporate America now. That's where the racism is mostly more now, as far as like getting jobs, pay increase, pay decrease. That's where it all is now. But yeah, man, Walmart is the devil. These people clutching their purses every time I even walk towards them or by them. It's just ridiculous, man. I just laugh at it. They did this shit in front of my son one time too, by the way. And my son just looked at me like, what are they doing? I was
like what was that about?
Yeah, that's exactly what he said. He was like, why they holding their purse like that? I was like, because they being racist. And I hate to tell them that. So like, it's hard now, bro. Like, you gotta sit up and explain to your kids all this shit, man. And my kids have, my kids go to school in Louisville, so everybody up there is not black at all. You know, most of their friends are different races. Most of them are. And I do appreciate the fact that they tell me that, and like, I met all their friends before, by the way, and that's good. And they know about, racism, and they hate it. Because to me, I feel like you're not born a racist, it's taught. Mm-hmm. It's all about your parents. It's all about how your parents gonna carry that shit around you, man.
It's a learned behavior.
I went to high school in a racist ass city. Every single day, me and my cousins had to deal with that shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, everybody down there wasn't racist. But, you always had them ones, you know what I'm saying, that's always going to try to push your buttons and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Thinking shit is all sweet because it's more white people around me than anything. But I tell you what, Mike, when me and my cousins was down there fighting them white people that wasn't racist was fighting their ass.
Real quick.
So I done been through racism and non-racism in a racist ass town. So I had to explain that shit to my kids. Like, even with going somewhere and getting service anywhere, You know what I'm saying? They won't service you first. Okay, let me give you another scenario. I would go get my oil change for my car. Called, made a reservation. Matter of fact, I made a reservation online. You know what I'm saying? 7 a.m. oil change. You know what I'm saying? I'm there at 6:59. I'm pulling up. I'm the first motherfucker there. White guy pulls up. He gets serviced before me. Now, remind you, they came out of the building. They didn't even come to me first. And I'm already in the parking lot sitting there waiting to get my oil change on time. This guy pulls up. He gets serviced before me. Oil change. He's not supposed to be there till 7:30. But he gets serviced before me, and I'm there at 7 a.m. So, of course, I said something. I was like, so y'all don't see me standing here? I'm just chopped liver to y'all? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see you, sir. The entrance is right in front of my face. You walk right through this entrance to this exit right in front of my face, walk right to this white dude right there in front of me. But you didn't see me. You saw me all right. I just wasn't bright enough to see you. That's the only problem. Yeah, so that shit's alive and well, man. And that shit's sad that we gotta deal with this shit. And fucking police, man. Like this shit like bothers me still to this day, bro. Like fucking police is just out here doing what the fuck they want to do. Now shit may have died down allegedly, but apparently not since the Blake situation. Still hasn't. But at the same time, it's like never know when this shit's gonna happen, man. That's why I try to protect myself at all times. Anybody needs help, I try to contribute and do what I need to do.
Sorry.
And as you see, I'm not one of those social media activists. I'm not one of those guys that's gonna sit up here and post power to people and all that shit all the time. You know what I'm saying? Because I'd rather do that shit outside and show action by doing that shit. Me posting something, I mean, that looks good. It looks good on social media, but at the same time, it's like, okay, what do I really need to do outside of social media?
Are your words and actions coinciding with that Black Power shit that you posted?
Exactly.
And if that's not the case, what are you doing here?
Exactly. Motherfuckers doing this shit for clout, man. It's not all about that. Not all about clout. Help these people, man. Help them. Stop recording. Stop posting that shit. Fucking help. Now,
if you
get all bloody and stuff like that, and you get to the point where like these cops is like done, they let this guy go. You get to go home. That's it. That's all I ask. Help. You recording them and helping shit. And another thing about that, like how these cops be having partners, like you see the movie Crash, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Racist ass cop kept fucking with Terrence Howard and his wife and shit like that. His partner knew he was a racist motherfucker. But he's so scared of his own job and scared of him, he didn't want to really do nothing about it. And that's sad, man. That shit is sad, man. When you know your coworker racist as fuck. And you scared because you don't want to lose your job. You don't want to lose your job over that shit, man. Like that shit is fucking sad.
It's terrible.
That shit is sad, man. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of this shit.
I feel like personally, honestly, deep down in my soul, I feel like these police officers running around, they're doing because there's no repercussions and accountability that has to follow the shit that they do.
Yeah.
Which is fucked up because, you know, for the people who consider themselves street niggas, if you in the streets doing something that you have no business doing and you don't live up to the code, there's repercussions. They'll kill you.
Yeah. Yes, they will. Yes.
During the transatlantic slave trade, they got a whole lot of us. They didn't get as many as they wanted to, because some of the boys that was coming over here off the coast of West Africa, trying to come over here and get some of our people. They man came, but they got more than what they was trying to get when they got here.
Right.
Basically, some white folks tried to come over here out the west coast of Africa and take some of our people. They got killed fucking around over there.
Yes. Repercussions, like you said.
So, I mean, and it's a fucked up dynamic because we know for a fact we need to get to that place where it's like, we'll touch you for fucking around with our people. But we don't have the tools to fight that war. We know what I'm saying? We don't have the money to fight that war. We don't have the weapons to fight that war. So we can't just leap off the porch like that. And it's fucked up because it's like we want to attack you head on. But the way everything is wired in this country, we can't attack y'all head on.
Mm-hmm. This is true. We
But
can't.
y'all can pick us off with that sneaky little covert shit that y'all doing. So it's almost like weak shit is getting praised in today's time.
Exactly.
It's like they tried to make cowards the predators.
And that's exactly what it is. Exactly what it is. Like seeing them, like, they burning down police stations and, rioting. Like, okay, I get it, you pissed off, but all that is like going right back into the city. You still paying those dollars to get that shit fixed, which is gonna piss off the police even more because they coming out with their riot gear. You know what I'm saying? Zero tolerance already. Ready to shoot tear gas, ready to hit motherfuckers with billy clubs, ready to shoot these taser guns, whatever, or rubber bullets, or whatever that they supposed to have. They supposed to have, and they fucking don't. Because there's real bullets in those fucking guns. And we witness that shit every single day. So a lot of people be disagreeing with me about this. I'm like, look, man, you gotta attack the money. You gotta attack the money. You have to. Because you gotta stop paying these dollars to this police department, this government, and things of that nature. I mean, it's election time. So, of course, whoever's running for president right now, I don't care. Like, I don't give a damn about whoever's gonna be president at all. We don't need a fucking president, to be honest with you. We don't need one. Since it's election time, they're gonna say what they want to say, do what they want to do. But 9 times out of 10, they don't really give a shit about what's going on out here. They want these votes. More votes, more money. Even if you do vote, they still have ways to work around this shit. Just feel like you may be doing something by voting, but at the same time, they still control those votes on the inside. It's all about fucking money. Until you attack their money, attack these businesses, everybody started taking the entrepreneurship route and actually showing them that we don't need them, we don't need their money, we don't need none of that. That's when shit is gonna start changing. Shit ain't changing, man. Shit will like slow down for some months or whatever. It'll slow down, but it shouldn't have to take somebody losing their life innocently for us to like have these call to actions. It shouldn't have to take that shit, man. I'm fucking tired of it. Like, stuff like this could have been done. You know what I'm saying? Lives shouldn't have to be lost for these team names to be changed. These professional sports team names been racist as fuck.
Y'all been knowing this shit was racist.
Thank you. Y'all been knowing this. Y'all know this. Watch the Redskins. Come on, man. Y'all been knowing this. You know what I'm saying? Been racist. Like, even Texas Rangers.
Yep.
Texas Rangers is never going to be changed. It shouldn't take.
And you know that the Texas Rangers were slave catchers.
Yeah,
that's all they were.
They were police officers.
They were slave catchers.
Slave catchers, yes.
Slave catchers, man. Yes. That's what they were.
Exactly.
Yes, sir.
Ain't nobody making no progress to change that shit. Cleveland Indians, really? Why the fuck that shit ain't been changed, bro?
Kansas City Chiefs.
Kansas City Chiefs, yep. Why That shit ain't gonna be changed. You know why? They just
Seminoles.
want Super Bowl and they make the NFL so much money. Shield ain't changing that shit. Even with Washington, man, somebody has to actually pass away for this name to be changed. And you know why it actually really got changed? Because they was fucking with the money. FedEx, Nike, Under Armour told Dan Snyder, hey, change this shit. All this shit is gone. We don't want to build that stadium. We don't want to really like make the money out there besides those ticket sales. Without these sponsorships, y'all don't have shit.
Because that is not Washington Redskins field. That whole say FedEx field.
FedEx field. When you get that phone call, that email from FedEx and Nike and shit like that, oh, you ain't got no choice.
You get that certified letter, you get that 2 a.m. fax.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. It's like FedEx had the right motive. And FedEx got so much money, they was willing to lose money from the NFL. You know what I'm saying? If you don't change that shit. FedEx wouldn't give a fuck. Change the name.
Right quick.
Change from FedEx.
Right quick.
Change the level. Exactly. FedEx, no, bro. You got to attack the money, man. It's the money. It's the money. Because if Dan Snyder would have changed that shit, all those sponsors would have left. And it's bad enough you're not going to have 100% attendance with this COVID shit.
That stadium would have been gone
by next year.
Give it just a second.
We got to attack the money, bro.
Yes,
we gotta
sir.
Attack the money. FedEx knew. FedEx made a power move, dog. They like, hey, we can get the stadium closed down for real. Cause all that shit you get for free already as it is, we paying for that stadium to keep that bitch open, and our name is on that shit.
You'll learn today.
Woo. We gotta attack the money, man. We got to. That was a prime example, dog. They told Dan it's not the same, man. You better change this shit or y'all losing all this shit. We pay y'all bills in that motherfucker.
The hell yeah. In closing, with everything that we have going on right now and with the racism being attacked at every single turn that there could possibly be, this means that if we got the election coming up on us, makes me feel like Dave Chappelle's right. Donald, because I truly believe we get his ass up out of here. I see us having some brighter days. I don't see it being perfect, but I do see us having some brighter days, man. At least I pray for it.
We gotta start somewhere. And I agree with you. I mean, I have whoever's running, like, no, I don't care about that stuff at all. But it does start with him. It starts getting him out of there. Like, you have a president that infused racism to get where he is. No political experience at all. Never been a mayor, never been a governor, never been city council, none of that shit. You got into the White House because of money and racism. That's like the last two things that should be on your mind. Or anybody that's trying to elect or vote for a fucking president, that should be the last thing on their mind is racism. Which that goes to show you where these people are, their true feelings come out just because of this man. He is the reason why racism is already fueled to the highest degree from the term that he has been in here. And that's a damn shame.
And sexism as well. It's sexism as well, because let's keep it a buck. Hillary Rodham, hell, y'all tarred and feathered that woman, man.
Yeah. They
Y'all tarred and feathered that woman for real. Y'all know that woman should have, you know what I'm saying, she should be up in there. Now, I truly believe she probably wouldn't have been able to get shit done, but she was supposed to be the one in there. Cause y'all know Donald Trump ain't worth shit.
No.
With $1 million playing next to him.
You have a guy that's a known racist. You know what I'm saying? Different kids by different women. You know, his wife, you know what I'm saying? Wife hates his guts. You know what I'm saying? It's like your whole world that you brought up in was like just full of racism, full of power, you know, cynicism, sexism. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's cases on you for raping women. You know what I'm saying? This is the president that they voted for.
I'm going to end tonight's podcast with this right here. The fact that people in this country can have a concentrated amount of hate towards a specific group of people that is so strong that they believe the leader of this country should hold the seat of the presidency. And while honestly believing that it's okay for the person that's holding this seat to grab women by the pussy.
And they think it's okay.
That's where America is right now.
And it's a damn shame. It's a damn shame, man. It starts with him. We gotta get him up out of there. Now, if it happens, great. But I just want to see action of change. That's all I ask for. That's all I ask for. If you're not willing to do that, sitting on 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue, if you're not willing to change anything that's going on, or at least do something, I don't want you in there. We don't need a fucking president. We don't.
But this doesn't just start at the presidential level. You know what I'm saying? This actually starts at the city council level. Our aldermen, our mayors, our city officials. We need to We need to get into with our politics all the way down to the nitty gritty. You know what I'm saying? The whole fucking hierarchy. You know what I'm saying? It don't need to be a councilman. They know what I'm saying, they get elected if he ain't down with the team playing.
Ooh, this governor right here.
And know what I'm saying, and know what I'm saying, and as far as Greg Abbott goes, let me be perfectly clear on this, because I ain't got no sponsor, so I can say this. I have no respect in my soul for Greg Abbott. I feel like Greg Abbott has dedicated his life's work since the mid-'80s on making black men as uncomfortable as possible in the state of Texas.
He is not, and probably have not handled things well. I mean, COVID, you know what I'm saying, riding Trump's coattails. Like, you're a governor of the third biggest state in the country. Yeah. You have a right to tell him no, or tell him I'm not doing this shit. You do. But you don't take that approach because, like I said, elections time is coming up. Trump is going to do as much as he can to try to get reelected to stay in there. So, of course, he's going to follow suit. I don't like how he handles things at all. I'm just like you, this situation, man. I have no respect for him. None. You putting this state in very difficult positions as it is. Not handling things very well with this COVID stuff. You know what I'm saying? And
he allowed, and he allows the stress of what's going on around him to make his decisions for him. I don't like that shit either.
Right. Don't. I do
And
not.
which could be fair for a lot of politicians. So it's not. So I don't want anybody to listen to this and think that I'm just picking on Greg Abbott.
I
Because
mean,
if you peel back the onions in your state, your city, and looked at what these elected officials of yours have been doing, those sins are shared by them as well as Greg Abbott.
yes, it is.
So don't take this shit personal.
Man, look. I don't give two shits if they take it personal or not. I don't normally talk politics. It's probably been like the first time in a while I even talk politics. But Mike, that's your opinion. Okay? However they want to see it, give me your reason why you feel like you want to take up for this man. I may disagree with you. I may agree with you. But at the same time, you gonna respect what the fuck I say about this. Because that's how I feel about it. If you feel like you need to do something about it, you disagree with me, by all means, give me a reason. Because if you feel like you disagree with me, but you're still going out here and not helping the cause and doing actions of the same shit Greg Abbott has been doing, I don't give a fuck about your opinion at all. None. You miss me with that shit. They either respect what you're gonna say or don't say anything at all.
And either way you slice it, the smoke is yours. As my OG Bebo, this Mike Thomas, this Lingo, and we just getting started. Oh, love.